Howdy, folks. It's Howie here, and I just got a package. It came from Storage Auction Pirate. Storage Auction Pirate is a YouTube channel. He goes out to storage auctions and wins them and unboxes them, takes them to the flea market. You get to see all the process on his show, plus other stuff. He's one of the better ones of the ones I watch. He's really honest, really earnest, really educational. Even though that's not really my level of resale, is going to storage auctions, mostly because I drive a small car and I don't have a big flea market, but I do source out other ways and do my own stuff. So he has a offer going, and these are called pirate. Let's call them pirate chests. It's the Storage Auction Pirate mystery box or a pirate chest or something of the sort. And what you do is, I did write one message to him once, asking if you can pick themes for your boxes. Like, do you like jewels? Do you like purses? Do you like whatever, as the idea. Didn't get a response, but he's pretty busy, and I wrote it as a comment in a live show, so he might have missed that for sure. Not while he was live, but in the comments afterwards. It was on his big penny auction show. But whatever. That was cool. I don't know what I got. And then when I sent him my payment, what I did, I went on, he has a website just for these boxes. And you pick your price. They start at $25 for a box. They go $25, $50, up to like $1,000, $500, or I don't know how high they go. I'm sure you go as high as you want. And he guarantees that, like, this is a $25 box. He guarantees there's more than $25 worth of merchandise in here that I will like. Well, I guess he didn't guarantee it. He just states it. Guaranteeing means, I don't know. I don't like that term. Anyhow, it doesn't mean you can get your money. You guarantee what you guarantee. He just says you will like it. You'll be happy. And in the payment I put in, I like comic books and toys. I don't know if I got what I got. I got whatever he sent me. I went with the $25 one because it's the lowest one. Now, I'm not going to count the shipping cost against this in determining whether or not it's worth it. So he does have to charge 10 or 12, whatever it is, to ship one of these medium flat rate boxes. I think they're $12. Because if he were to eat that shipping, he's now selling it to me for $13. There's no money for him to make it, He's got to at least come out ahead. You can't just give everything away. But apparently, I don't know if it's the 50 or the 100. At one point, shipping becomes free because he's got the room to just give you the shipping and the merchandise. And obviously, the merchandise is not based on what he paid, like I do, because I buy from manufacturers mostly. So if I pay $1, I want to get $3 to $5 for it. It's he has to base it on what it's worth, or more or less. Just because you paid $100 for a storage unit doesn't mean you have $100 worth of merchandise in the unit. But if I buy $100 worth of merchandise from one of my manufacturers, I get $100 worth of wholesale. You know how that works. So, but I'll base my decision ignoring the shipping cost, because I think, if it's worth it, it's worth it, and you would buy bigger ones. So let's see. First of all, when we got a box, you must get the biggest knife you can find. Nice big sharp knife. And what you do is you then cut the box directly at your wrist. Make sure you always cut towards yourself, because that's where all your strength is. You don't have strength pushing things. It's when you grab them and pull them in, right? Yeah. Don't listen to my advice, Archie. You give me weird looks. Yeah, kids, don't listen to me. I talk to a cat. So let's see. Paper. Right away, I see he went with toys. Awesome. He at least got some cool stuff. We got a Funko Clyde. That's neat. See that Clyde from Pac-Man. We got a Mixel from Legos. I like that I got toys by putting that. I do not know the value of any of these things, but I do like that. Oh my goodness. Oh wow. Can you see if we can see this? I've got the camera up on a box to the side of me so you can see more space and room, but look at that. It's a Tyco train. It looks all there. Wow. That's got to be worth a little bit. I don't know what that's worth, but I'm very happy to get that. See? Train. And that's an engine. Engines are the cars that are... Jesus. Okay. That's it. We've got another train, a Santa Fe line. It's the engine. Appears to work. I don't have the means to test it. And it is also big man trains from Hong Kong. That's beautiful. And a chassis system. My goodness. I gotta say, I don't know if that's worth everything plus shipping. I don't know what trains go for. I've not bought a train. I know they're not cheap. Jesus. Wonderful. Who is this? Tyco again. So I'm gonna look these up. I'm gonna go and get my comps on these and see basic value, so I know the approximate values of what they've sold for. Get real comps, real information on these, because all I know is I'm looking at this going, that's worth something. It's in really nice condition. It looks older. It's metal. Well, that's plastic, but there's metal. The engines, it's the engines, 3 engines. Those are, God, even those are $10 each. And a Mixels, these bagged Legos can be worth a lot. If it's one of the ones that was harder to get, the bagged ones, sometimes they're just super plentiful. Sometimes the bags, I know I've gotten some superhero bagged ones when I used to enjoy those. They were expensive because a lot of them are just, they don't get everywhere. I just don't know anything about Mixels, and I really don't follow Pops. But a Clyde Pac-Man Pop, and apparently you can get Inky, Blinky, Pinky, and Clyde, Ghost, or Pac-Man, or Ms. Pac-Man. But Pops, contrary to popular belief, they aren't crazy expensive. They can get up there, not lying. They can get up, a few bucks. I mean, but they come out fairly expensive. They're about 10 to 15 at like Hot Topic in most stores that you see them in. Rarely see them for $1 or $2, except for on the secondary market. But if you look at like the top 10 most valuable Pops out there, they aren't that high. Like maybe, and they're rare. They're like an exclusive Comic-Con giveaway Pop, 500 in existence, and it's $1,000. Well, sure, that's gonna be an expensive Pop, but that's as high as they get. And the top 10 pretty much gets down to under $100 by the time you get down to number 10, which means, sure, there's a few really rare Pops, but in general, these people who think they buy Pops and they're gonna just, it's like the Beanie Baby fad and the comic book boom and the baseball card boom of the 80s. It was the comic book boom of the 90s, the beanie bag one. They did it with action figures, had a big boom where the stuff people thought they were going to get rich off it, and they just stockpiled them and stockpiled them and stockpiled them. That's a sure way to know that something is never going to be worthwhile in the long run. I can tell you the comic book boom for sure. That one, people just thought everything they bought was going to become Action Comics #1 because a lot of that stuff was super valuable. So the comic book companies overprinted. I mean, there was an X-Men #1. There were, is it 5 million? No, it's more than 5. There are just millions printed. It's the #1 printed comic book. They printed 5 different covers, and everyone bought all the covers, and everyone bought multiples of the covers. And when I was running I had a store, owned a store at that time. I would sell them. I mean, I did buy them, and I sold them out. I saved none. And I'd ask people, what they thought of the story. They go, "Oh no, I'm not reading this. I'm leaving it in the plastic." Like, the point is, you got to read it. If no one's enjoying the book, no one has nostalgia or a memory for it, so no one's going to want it. But anyways, that's that. And I'll go look at what these might be worth, and I'll be back. Okay, howdy folks. I looked some things up, and I did notice this in the box. I didn't see that was there. That's kind of a pirate, a storage auction pirate, not just pirate thing. Eye patch would be a pirate thing. It's that pirate. I think I've seen this on him all the time. He wears these I Love Lovers bands. It's kind of cool. A little souvenir item, I guess. Start with the easiest 2 things to look up. Clyde. Clyde is, he's sold on eBay for, $10 to $15. Like $8.99, I think was the low sale. The box is okay. So yeah, I'll call it $10. $2 to $10 on the Mixel. I know it wasn't a big deal. You've got the full set. That was like $60 or something. That was a lot. So there's someone in there that's rarer of the 3, I guess. I guess there's 3 of them in the set. There was 4 in the I forget now. I saw that and I thought, wow, that jumped a lot more than just the price of each one. But he's a couple dollars. He's an easy Amazon sale because I could just pop in the barcode and sell it on Amazon. Those are easy Lego sales on Amazon. I could do it with the pop too. Those are easy. Can move those on Amazon and no problem. So that's maybe, I'm going to say if I move those for like $10, I'm going to guess someone's going to give me, I didn't check comps on Amazon. So I'm just going to guess, let's call those, we're at $10. We've got something back. Now the trains, they all went for about the same price on eBay. And I don't know how to tell what makes it worth more and worth less. So I do know of a train store in Virginia City, or not Virginia City, in Sparks. And I'm down there quite a bit in that area. That's where my flea market is. And we'll play in a little bit. And they go $10 to $20 each. So let's go with 10, 10, and 10. So that's $30 if these go for 10s. They could go for more. They could go for the 20s. If it's $20, it's actually a profitable box to buy. If they go for 10s, that's 10, 20, 30, and that's 40. I paid actually 37 because I would have to count. I counted in my value to some degree because I always have to pay shipping on everything, but I always look for a 3-time markup minimum. Well, 2.5 to 3. But 3 is a good markup. Just because you got to cover expenses, you got to cover fees, you got PayPal fees, you got eBay fees, you got Amazon fees. You've got people who claim they didn't get their product, and depending on the platform you're selling on, it might not matter whether you sent it with tracking or not. If you're selling on Amazon, and if someone says, I didn't get it, and you turn around and show Amazon the tracking and said, look, they got it, Amazon's going to turn to you and say, you didn't get the signature. They didn't get it. And if you're selling something for $5, the signature, that gets too expensive. So I kind of forego the signature unless it's, I would say $100 and up. And if they claim it didn't get there and they paid just enough, on certain, I mean, sometimes 50, depending on the type of item and how hard it is and how much I care about it and stuff. But if they claim they didn't get it and I have a signature verification, then Amazon's going to say you got it. I win the case. If I don't have a signature verification, according to Amazon, they didn't get it. And they win the case and they get all their money back. And that really sucks because you know they got the product. Now on eBay, you don't need signature verification. You just need to send it, and with tracking. Again, you always need tracking. And when they see the tracking that it got delivered, fine, you win. So you got to watch out for those things. That comes into play. The fact that some things get, people play games. So that's why I go for a 3-time markup. So I would want to be able to get 75 because I also count the cost of the shipping and everything within my markup. I only count the goods. The shipping is, I don't add the shipping and then add it to because that's silly. If I buy a box of buttons or a box of magnets, I don't then say, okay, these cost me $1, and then the shipping was $20, and there's 100 of them in there, so each one is this. It's part of the markup. So if I could get 75 for this, it would be an incredible deal, and I would buy these all the time. I don't think I can get 75. I think it's a good deal. I think if you're a collector and like the mystery, you're going to get your money's worth. I'm not a train collector. I'm not a collector of any of these items, but they are items that I like. They are items that I understand, and they are items that fit into my inventory. And therefore, I have no problem with them. Now, maybe a Superman thing I might have just kept for myself, but, yeah, so it's a mystery. It's a way of buying a storage auction, sort of, because you don't know what's in the box. And I think the Pirate gives you a good deal. So I would recommend it if you think these are fun. Apparently, the big money ones are, he's going to really give you a good deal. I don't know anything about it. I wasn't about to risk $500 for a video and some fun. So, okay. Well, we'll see what these do once I get all of them up. They'll be up in maybe a week or two. And if there's anything to ever come back and tell you, I will. Otherwise, please subscribe to my channel. Check out Storage Auction Pirate if you want. He's fun. And, yeah, please subscribe. That's about it. Thanks a lot, folks.